it's somebody saying, hey, all of you guys, let all these guys go at it. Let them just figure it out. Let them put it all together. Let them figure out all the mistakes. Let guys screw the whole thing up. And then 5 years, 10 years later, the world government, the governments come over and take over, and they centralize them. They say, listen, guys, thank you so much for all your help, but now we're going to take it over. So is it really the people doing it, or there's some people more powerful than you and I that are behind this?
Right. So a couple of things there. First of all, the idea of taking over Bitcoin is you have to kind of dig into that and understand what those words are implying. So to take over, we'll get to that in a second, but let's go back to kind of in a broader context here. So who created it, and why did they create it? The history of Bitcoin before the 2009 beginning of it, January 3rd of 2009, there's a 20-year history behind it of what are called the cypherpunks. And these are developers, programmers, hackers who were always trying to figure out what we call digital scarcity. And I myself have a patent on digital scarcity, US patent 5950176. It's the virtual specialist technology. That is a patent that covers digital scarcity, as well as it's the first commercial prediction market. So the prediction market industry was pretty much, I invented that in 1996. And digital scarcity is this idea that can you create assets digitally that are scarce in a world of the internet where everything is basically easily to replicate. What we know about the internet is that it's very easy to copy things. That's what makes the internet the internet. You can send emails to 10,000 people at a click of a mouse because it's easy to copy everything. Yep. And you create scarcity, digital scarcity. And so I know from experience from my patent and my work at the Hollywood Stock Exchange, which I created in 1996. We eventually sold that to Cantor Fitzgerald in 2001. But I know from my work in this space, the difficulty it was to come up with a decentralized digital scarcity, which is what Bitcoin accomplishes. Unlike every other attempt is a centralized digital scarcity, and that's not the same thing. So that's the first point. The second point, in terms of can it be taken over? The fact is that the Bitcoin network runs at 120 quintillion calculations per second right now. To give you an idea of how big a number that is, if you were to add up every grain of sand on every beach in the world, it's about 7 quintillion. So Bitcoin's running at 120 quintillion calculations per second. It's the biggest distributed computer network ever in history. And the cost of taking it over is beyond the reach of any government. And it's beyond the reach of any group of governments. There is no entity or group of entities that have the computer power or the money to attack Bitcoin in any meaningful way, which makes it indestructible, immutable, uncensorable, and unconfiscatable as well, which is an attribute that a lot of people are waking up to, because it's not the same with gold. Gold is not unconfiscatable, and certainly fiat money is not unconfiscatable either. So there is no attack vector coming from a government. There's no attack vector coming from a group of governments. And I would say that I don't see any attack vector coming from anywhere at this point. Bitcoin is on a journey to a much higher prices and changing the global economy in a profound way that we're all kind of waking up to right now.